Hello everyone, this is Vinita and welcome to Hopeful Turns. In this video, I'll be showing you how to make the very basic triangular granny shawl. Now this pattern is very similar to your granny square. It's just that we are going to just make a half of the square to convert it into a triangle. Now if you're interested to see the granny square, I do have a pattern uploaded on my channel. I'll put the link in the description box as well as in the I button. So if you're interested to see the granny square, you can check that up as well. Now for the purpose of this tutorial here, I'm using a size H or a 5mm crochet hook and a medium 4-weight yarn, a worsted weight yarn, acrylic. You can use any yarn that you have. Just make sure to use the recommended hook size for it. So we'll start the pattern. So we'll start this with a slip knot. So to make a slip knot, take your yarn, loop it around your finger like an X. Now pull your working yarn through this loop. So here I've got my slip knot. Then I'll attach it to my hook here. So we'll start this with 5 chain stitch. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So here I've got my 5 chain stitch. Now I'm going to slip stitch into the very first stitch. So slip stitch into the very first stitch here. So for slip stitching, you just insert your hook and then pull your working yarn through the 2 loops. So from the first loop like so and the second loop. So if you see, you have got a circle here and we are going to work our first round in this circle. Now instead of this circle, you can even start this off with a magic circle, but for the time being I'm going to start with the chain stitch and slip stitching it to the first stitch. Okay, now we'll start our first round. Now to make the first round, this is what we'll do. We'll start with 4 chain stitch. So 1, 2, 3 and 4. Now the 4 chain stitch here, this is equivalent to 1 double crochet and chain 1. So the 3 chain stitch is the height of 1 double crochet. So every round from here onwards we'll start with chain 4 and this will be equivalent to 1 double crochet and 1 chain stitch. Now once you have this, just make 3 double crochet in your circle. So insert your hook into the circle, pull up a loop. You have 3 loops. Yarn over, pull through the first 2, yarn over, pull through the last 2. So here you have got your first double crochet. Like this, I'll make 2 more double crochet. So this here is my second double crochet and 1 more double crochet I'll put. So yarn over, insert your hook into the circle and pull up a loop. You have 3 loops. Yarn over, pull through the first 2, yarn over, pull through the next 2. So here we have got 3 double crochet and we are going to consider this 3 double crochet as one cluster. Now once you have your 3 double crochet, make 3 chain stitch. So make 3 chain stitch, 1, 2, 3. And then again we are going to put 3 more double crochet in the circle. So make 3 double crochet in the circle. So yarn over, insert your hook, pull up a loop, pull through the first 2 loops, yarn over, pull through the next 2 loops. So this here is your first double crochet. Like that, make 2 more double crochet. That is, we are again making 1 cluster. Alright, so here we have got our 3 double crochets. After you make this cluster, chain 1 and then make only 1 double crochet. So after this cluster, I have made 1 chain stitch and then here I'm making just 1 double crochet. So this here finishes my round 1. I'll just show you. So this is how the triangle is. So now we'll move on to our second round. So this is the triangle. The second round we'll start again with 4 chain stitch. So 1, 2, 3, 4, which is nothing but a double crochet and chain 1. Now you turn your work and you can see there is this chain 1 space. So in this chain 1 space, we are going to make 3 double crochet. So make 3 double crochet in the chain 1 space. So this is my first double crochet. second double crochet and third double crochet. That is, we have made one cluster here. All right. After this, make one chain stitch and then come to this point where we have our 3 chain stitches. So in the 3 chain stitch space, make a cluster. That is, you put 3 double crochet again. So 1, 2 and 3. So here we have got a 3 double crochet or one cluster, and then make 3 chain stitch, 1, 2, 3, and again in the same space make 3 more double crochet. So that is, I'll make one more cluster in the same space. So this is 1, 2 and one more, 3. So here what we have done is, in the chain 3 space we have made 3 double crochet, chain 3 and 3 double crochet. All right. Once you have this cluster, make one chain stitch. So chain 1 and then come to this space here. After this cluster, we had started with 4 chain stitches. So you have a space here. So in this space, make one more cluster. That is, put 3 more double crochet in that space. So I'll put 1, 2 and 3. So here I've got my cluster or 3 double crochet. Once you have your 3 double crochet, chain 1. Now what we have to do is, we have to make one last double crochet, and that we will put on the 3rd chain. So we had started with 4 chain stitch. So find the 3rd chain stitch. So 1, 2, 3, and the 4th chain stitch is the chain 1 gap on which the cluster goes. So into the 3rd chain stitch, 1, 2, 3, make a double crochet. So we have a chain 1, and then to finish off this round, find your 3rd chain stitch and make a double crochet there. Now this is the only tricky part here, finding the double crochet, finding the 3rd chain stitch and making your double crochet. Okay, so here if you see, the triangle is getting formed. So this is how the triangle is. I'll show you one more time, and after this you will be able to understand the pattern very well. So like always, we'll start the round with 4 chain stitch, 1, 2, 3 and 4, and then turn your work. Here you have a chain 1 space. Here we'll make 3 double crochet. So in every chain 1 space you make 3 double crochet, 1, 2 and 3. All right, so this chain space is taken care of. After that, make 1 chain stitch. So here we have our next chain 1 space. So in this chain 1 space, make 3 more double crochet. So put 3 double crochet in the chain 1 space, 1, 2 and 3. Once you have that cluster, again chain 1. Now if you see, we have come to the chain 3 space. So this here is the pointed corner of your triangle. So every time you come to this pointed corner, you have to put 3 double crochet, chain 3 and 3 double crochet. Okay, so here we had a cluster, we had chain 1. Now there is this chain 3 space. In there I'm going to put 3 double crochet, 1, 2 and 3. So here we have a 3 double crochet. Then you make 3 chain stitch, 1, 2, 3, and make another cluster in the same chain 3 space. So make 3 more double crochet. So every time you reach that corner, you have to put 3 double crochet, chain 3 and 3 double crochet. Okay, so this finishes this corner. Once you finish this, you chain 1 and come to the chain 1 gap, that is here, and in the chain 1 gap again make a cluster. That is, we are going to make 3 double crochet, 1, 2 and 3. All right, after this I'm going to make chain 1, and then when you come to this very last place, you can see there is actually a gap here, the chain 4 that we had started. So in that space again make a cluster. So 1, 2 and 3. So this again, this is the last cluster here. But before finishing, you have to chain 1 and then make the very last double crochet in the third chain stitch. So 1, 2, 3. This here is my third chain stitch. So into that, make your last double crochet. So make the very last stitch in the third chain of your chain 4. Okay, so here it's a double crochet. So this is how the triangle is going to form. We are just going to repeat the same pattern over and over again. So I'll just explain the pattern and do this one more time with you. So what you are going to do is, in every chain 1 space, you will make one cluster. Okay, and each cluster will be separated by chain 1. And when you reach this corner, you'll make 3 double crochet, chain 3, 3 double crochet. Then again make clusters here separated by chain 1. Okay, so we'll do that one last time. So this is the pattern that you have to follow. You start with chain 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then turn your work. Here you have your chain space. So go ahead and make a cluster. That is nothing but your 3 double crochet. So 1, 2, 3. Okay, so here you have got your cluster. You chain 1, come to the next chain 1 space and again make 3 double crochet. So in every chain 1 space, you are making 3 double crochet. 1, 2 and 3. So before moving on to the next chain 1 space, you have to put 1 chain stitch. Then come to the next chain 1 space and make a cluster. So make 3 double crochet, 1, 2 and 3. Okay, now before moving on, put chain 1, and now we have reached the chain 3 space. Okay, so this is the corner. So in this corner or in the chain 3 space, you have to make 3 double crochet, chain 3 and 3 double crochet. So that's what we are going to do. So in the chain 3 space only, or in the corner only, you would make 2 clusters separated by chain 3. So in the chain 3 space, we have 3 double crochet. Here only you are going to put 3 chain stitch, 1, 2, 3, and then make another cluster. This happens only in this corner where you have your chain 3 space. So 1, 2, 3. So just repeat this pattern. Every time you reach this chain 3 space, you have to put 3 double crochet, chain 3 and 3 double crochet. This is done, but before moving on to the chain 1 space, you have to make 1 chain stitch. Come to this chain 1 space and again make 3 double crochet, 1, 2 and 3. One more double crochet is required. 1, 2, 3. So this completes your cluster. Now you have to make a cluster here, but do not forget to put your chain 1 and then make your cluster. 1, 2 and 3. So this cluster is made. We have to make 1 cluster here also, don't forget that. So you chain 1 and then make another cluster. So 1, 2 and 3. So this cluster is also done. We always end with 1 double crochet. So for that, once you have your last cluster, make 1 chain stitch and then make a double crochet in the third chain. So 1, 2, 3. So make 1 double crochet in the third chain of your chain 4 that you had earlier started. Okay, so this completes this round as well, and you can see that the triangle is forming. Now same pattern, you can repeat it as long as you want. Just make sure to put 3 double crochet, chain 3 and 3 double crochet in this place. The rest all chain 1 spaces you have to make just 1 cluster and separate your clusters with 1 chain stitch. So this is how your triangular granny looks like. I hope you liked it and you'll give this a try. Now if you like this video, if you found this video to be helpful and useful for you, please do not forget to press on the like button, and if you're new to my channel, please do consider subscribing. And if you're a beginner, I do have a lot of beginner tutorials on my channel. I'll put all the links in the description box. You can just give it a try. See you in the next video. Until then, bye-bye. Thank you for watching.